Welcome back to the fourth and final segment of Go Gaddis Real Estate Radio right here on AM 920, The Answer. My name is Cleve Gaddis. If you want to ask questions, make comments, push back, challenge things we say, maybe share ideas with us, or ask us to do some research on your neighborhood to include your neighborhood on our neighborhood spotlight, or you want to subscribe to our podcast or our YouTube channel, simply go to gogaddisradio.com. That's GOGADDIS radio.com. In our neighborhood spotlight, we're featuring Nottaway and Chamblee in this segment, and we got vintage finds and foodie vibes. We're going to talk about the city of Chamblee, and Monday is Columbus Day. Again, if you want to connect, Go Gaddis Radio, GOGADDIS radio.com is the number, or you can call 770-497-0000. One more time, 770-497-0000. If you're looking to sell your home anytime in the next year, we want to make sure you get the upside. We want to make sure you get the upside that is right for you. Everybody's specific situation is unique. Some people, it's all about getting the highest sales price so you can walk away from closing with the most money. Other people, it's all about timing. How do I have a guaranteed deal? How do I have speed? How do I have convenience? How do I have certainty? Because in a lot of cases, selling a home the traditional way doesn't feel like it's fast or it's certain or it's convenient in many ways. So some people want that, and maybe an all-cash offer closing in 21 days or 30 days or 45 days, whatever the schedule you want is, that might be the right thing for you. Some people need to make some improvements to their home so they can get that highest dollar. We have a rehab and refresh program that I mentioned earlier, where we will help you with up to $15,000 in funds to use to improve the condition of your home so that you can sell it for the highest possible sales price and walk away with the most money. I would say your average home, we probably invest $7,000 in. That might not be exactly right, but it's close, $7,000 or $8,000. And I would say that makes a $20,000 to $25,000, maybe even $30,000 difference in the sales price. You say, well, how in the world could that be? Well, sometimes you change the color of the paint, the whole house is fresher. You change the kitchen cabinets, the color of the cabinets. You change the countertops. You change the floors, maybe to some LVP or something like that, or you replace the carpet, or you do things just to class it up, and you make the home show up better in the standings of how gets ranked with all of the other competing listings. So a buyer who's looking to buy a home, for example, in Chamblee, is looking to spend a certain amount of money, certain number of bedrooms, certain number of bathrooms. I'm using Chamblee because that's where our neighborhood is. It's in our neighborhood spotlight. And there might be 10 different choices, and you as a seller have to know how that home stacks up to the rest of the choices. And so regardless of how you need to sell your home, sell it as is, where is, all cash offer, close in 21 to 30 days or whenever. Make some improvements to our rehab and refresh program and sell it for the most money possible, or possibly get funding for your new house so that you can buy it so you know exactly where you're going to go before you sell your existing home. That's what the Upside program with Modern Traditions Realty Group is really all about. Even if you're considering listing your home with another agent, not Modern Traditions, you really should still go to gogaddisradio.com, click on the Upside, put in a little information about your home. Someone from my team will reach out to you, schedule an appointment for you to talk to me over the phone, over Zoom, possibly in person if it makes sense for us to do that. And I will work through all of those numbers for you. I will help you understand in black and white, down to the penny. Here's how a cash offer would work. Here's what it would work if you sold it as is. Here's how it would work if we made some improvements. Here's how it would work if you borrowed money and bought your new home before you sold your existing home. I can calculate all of those for you. In fact, it would be my pleasure to do that for sure. If you are trying to find a home in Metro Atlanta to buy and you're not finding the one that fits your needs, it could be because you're searching on the wrong website. My suggestion is that you use exclusively suremls.com, suremls.com. It pulls listings from both listing services, the Georgia Multiple Listing Service and the First Multiple Listing Service. So it basically makes sure that you can't miss the listing that is right around the corner that is totally, totally right for you. That is Sure, suremls.com. In our neighborhood spotlight, we are featuring Nottaway, which is in Chamblee from I-285 East. You're going to exit on Chamblee Tucker Road. You'll turn left and the neighborhood is on the right. So it's very, very close to the intersection of 85 and 285. It would be in the southeast corner, basically just this side of Chamblee, Tucker Road, and Henderson Mill, in that area, if you're familiar with that area. It's in the heart of Chamblee. It's friendly. It's an established neighborhood characterized by mature trees and beautiful landscaping. The neighborhood has 2 pools, Nottaway and Northumberland, both with swim tennis, sand volleyball, and a family and adult social activities and events area. You can walk to Kroger, walk to shops, restaurants at Embry Village. The Embry Hills Library is a short walk away or bike ride away. The neighborhood has good access to I-285, I-85. It's just minutes from Mercer University. The CDC, Emory, and the new Assembly Studios, which is right there at Peachtree Industrial and 285. You're 10 minutes to Henderson Park, 111-acre park, scenic lake dog park, tennis courts. You're 10 minutes to Main Street in Tucker, which is home to restaurants, shopping, and the Tucker Cruise In Car Show, the second Saturday of every month beginning in April and ending in October. And also they have the Taste of Tucker, which is now, I believe, in its 16th year. And you're 15 minutes to both Brook Run Park and Murphy Candler Park. Brook Run Park features a skate park, dog park, amphitheater. Murphy Candler offers walking trails, a lake swimming pool, multi-sports fields, and you're 20 minutes to Midtown and downtown Atlanta, and all that those 2 areas have to offer. If we take a look at average sales prices in 2023, there were a total of 4 homes that sold for the year. They took an average of 24 days from listing to contract, and the average sales price was $518,750. In 2024, there were 6 homes sold, 2 more. They took an average of 19 days, and they sold for almost $100,000 more, $614,000 year to date. This year, 4 homes have sold and closed. They've taken an average of 32 days, and the average sales price went back down to $519,000. It could be that what happened in 2024 was a fluke. Maybe you had a more expensive sale. You actually did. You had a $645,000 was the highest sales price in 2023. $657,000 was the highest sales price in 2025. $840,000 was the highest sales price in 2024. So that might have been a little bit of an anomaly. There are currently 3 homes available for sale in the neighborhood at an average list price of $632,000, which means there's 6-month supply of inventory, which means that home is at the low end of a buyer's market. Over 5 months worth of inventory, buyer's market. 4 and 5 months worth of inventory, balanced market. Under 4 months worth of inventory, seller's market. It's very, very simple. It's how many months it would take to sell the property based on the sales patterns of the prior 12 months in that area. There's 172 homes-ish in the neighborhood, which means going from the low value in 2011 of $230,000 up to the high value today of $519,000. It means homeowners in the neighborhood have an additional equity of $66 million. A lot of people ask, why in the world do you always give that equity number? Because it's in many cases, it's one of the biggest parts of the net worth of American families. And I think it's something that is absolutely worth talking about and celebrating, that people who make investments in homes have some equity gains over the years. In last week's show, we mentioned that you as a seller, instead of just trying to sell your home and all of the specifics about the individual home, you should be selling your home, your neighborhood, and your entire community. In keeping with that theme, we're going to talk a little bit about Chamblee, Georgia, which is where small town charm meets international flavor, right in the heart of Atlanta's backyard. So let's talk just a little bit about Chamblee. The city of Chamblee was incorporated in 1908. Chamblee has a history which is intertwined with 3 entities: dairies, railroads, and military. For years, Chamblee was known for its rolling hills and numerous dairies. The only thing that crisscrossed the pastures during the late 19th and 20th century was the railroad. Chamblee was located at the junction of what is now Norfolk Southern Railroad and Roswell Railroad, and in 1917, the dairy land was transformed into Camp Gordon. I didn't realize it was a military base there and home to over 40,000 military personnel after World War I. Camp Gordon was closed but reopened in 1941 as Naval Air Station Atlanta. In 1959, DeKalb County took control of the facility. Oh, so now I know where it is. And today, DeKalb Peachtree Airport is the second busiest airport in the state. Chamblee has an Antiques Row district. It's a charming collection of antique stores and resale shops appealing to local Atlanta residents and worldwide travelers. Antique Row's cluster of fine shops and dining is always a unique experience with really an array of offering. Chamblee offers a foodie vibes through its growing food scene, particularly its array of casual local spots like Chamblee Tap and Market, which features owner-operated food stalls and a tap room for drinks. If you want more information, go to moderntraditionsrealty.com and look for our Chamblee page. Look for the communities pages and then click on Chamblee in the drop-down box. We're coming up on Columbus Day. Columbus Day is more than just parades. It's been celebrated in the U.S. since 1792. New York City threw the first big party to honor the 300th anniversary of Columbus landing. Columbus did not set out to discover America. He was actually looking for a shortcut to Asia. The shortcut turned into the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria, sailing straight into history. He never actually set foot on what we call the United States. He landed in the Bahamas, in Cuba, and Hispaniola. I guess I'm saying that correctly. So happy Columbus Day to everybody out there in Metro Atlanta. We'll be back same time, same station next week. We look forward to talking to you then. Have a great week, Atlanta.